everybody. We're here, everybody. We're here. This is going to be a chill show. Welcome aboard, everyone. It is your host and founder on this wild and wacky ride, Demetrius Villa. Welcome aboard. This is going to be a nice, quick, not a quick, but you know how streams are never quick here. There we go. Now we got the lights, camera, action. There we go. It's going to be a nice, chill night. It has been, quite a week for me. I don't know how many people I talked to today or for wedding planning and all that sort of stuff, but this is a chill day. All right. Good afternoon, Adam. Hello, Star Force 97. Wherever you are in the world, welcome aboard. We're going to have a nice chill stream. Let's bring everybody on here. Let's go. Let's get this party started. You guys bring the articles. You guys are going to go ahead and do this. Welcome aboard. Let's get everybody in here. I'm good, man. How about you? Welcome. Trump takes over New York City. Okay, let me see this one. Where is this one on? This I think I heard about. Hold on. Is it on? Do we have it? Okay. Put it. Is it in general chat? All right, just put it back on there. Okay. Hmm. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean that whole thing is weird how it's just swept under the rug. I mean, it's one thing to just you know, have an accident. It's another thing when you have a high profile individual, particularly one in an industry that is not too popular with the current the current people in charge. So yeah, kind of weird. David Jackson, yes, I got you. We will go ahead and center that text for you. I got you, man. I got you. Hello, everybody. Let's see who else is on YouTube. We got Jim Love. There we go. And Ricardo Noel. Yes, thank you, man. Thank you. All righty. Yeah, I can. Let me see. There we are. Welcome back, BQ237. Died 2001, born 2025. Yep. Hey, somebody found a new use for it, right? If we speaking of uh railroad, I'm sorry. Speaking of equipment and stuff, somebody sent an article over here. Wabtec revenue and profits increasing while order backlog grows. For those of you who don't know, Wabtec is basically the spin-off of GE Rail when GE, this was before GE split off into the four winds and different companies back in 2020, but this was like 2018, 2019. GE Rail is basically Wabtec. But yeah, reported higher quarterly earnings today thanks to growth in its freight and transit business segments. 20% earnings per share. Operating income increased by 15%. So the green line is going up for the railroads. There we go, guys. Let me go ahead and check that. Let me go ahead and okay. Now I probably gotta get another monitor for all the stuff that I'm gonna have here. Okay, where's the there we go. Yeah, so let's put that there. Yeah. I'm just asking for two things. It's silver or lead. You can figure out what it is. So just silver or lead. There we are. So I'll take that. Yeah. Okay, I have two. I got my main monitor, which is what this is going on, and I got the laptop, which this laptop is almost going to be. It's going to be 10 years old next year. So I've been using this laptop for this whole channel. Alrighty, alright. Okay, so where's this article here for that somebody wanted on the pen takeover? What's going on? Is it on general? Okay, so it's in the live chat. There we go. I'm gonna need more monitors at this rate, guys. Okay, there we are. Alrighty. Yes, the monitors also require monitors. Alrighty. Monitor within a monitor within a monitor. All right, Trump's transportation secretary. Let me center this in the screen for because David Jackson on YouTube is going to scream at me. Yeah, that is about. Yeah, he said it nicely. If you say please and thank you, you do get things. Okay, you'll get it. Alrighty, so Trump's transportation secretary Sean P. Duffy takes control of Penn Station overhaul, saves taxpayers $120 million. Interesting. Under the leadership of President Donald J. Trump, U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean P. Duffy announced today that the FRA is taking bold action to protect American taxpayers by withdrawing the MTA from leading the Penn Station reconstruction project. Honestly, that'll be good. Instead, Amtrak, backed by US DOT, will spearhead this critical infrastructure initiative. Okay, so there we go. That's some good news there. Can't complain about that, so that's good. Yeah, that we talked about last week, and we still have these articles up if you guys want to go through that about the FRA rescinding the grants for Texas. I'm not going to resend to the screen here now, but we talked about this before. The whole thing going on with Texas, I mean, that's just another nail in the coffin, but I mean, they're getting attacked left, right, and center all over the place. Texas Central Railway still claims that they're going to be moving forward regardless. However, I mean, with the political climate in Texas, I think honestly, Texas is not going to be getting high speed rail anytime soon. Mainly because you have the Congress now actively suing or no, another company suing Texas High Speed Rail about $1 million for unpaid property taxes. Then you have these not railroad barons. Why would I say railroad barons? We're not in that era anymore. Yeah, you have these oil barons, real estate barons now taking in control, that have been in control, that are basically beating down Texas Central, lobbying to the government, like what's happened before. I mean, Southwest did this before in the 1980s. They basically destroyed the Texas Triangle that was being pushed forward with SNCF. So, yeah, I don't think it's going to happen in Texas anytime soon. Not until the political climate completely changes there. Okay, hold on a second. There we go. Oh, there we go. Just okay, guys. Apologies. There we go. We got everything. We got everything going now, so you guys should be able to hear that. There we go. Apologies, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, I need more monitors. I'm gonna need one there and another one there. I'm gonna have like a whole streaming setup.
You need a new streaming setup. That's what you need.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm still working with stuff from 10 years ago, but hey, make it work. We make it work.
Hey, the old stuff is what works a lot. The new stuff just breaks down.
As long as you don't get one of those anime figures, we're good.
No, I'm getting married. That's not happening.
Your soon-to-be wife will not let you.
No. There we go. Okay, we got the. Alrighty, guys. So we got that. Let's go back to this Trump article over here. Again, what happened with Texas Central, that wasn't a good thing. Honestly, if it would have just said nothing and just said we support the project, but we will hold back the grants until we can find some other way to make this happen. Because again, Texas Central Railway was number 13 in Trump's top 50 infrastructure plans, like we saw last week. That could have made it.
I'm going to quickly say this. I think they need to change this to a regional line. regional connection. Then get your HSR.
I don't think it's going to happen either way because just again
No, it
Texas
won't.
yeah
It won't
Texas
happen.
political environment is just a mess. I mean look at what's got with the the NBA with the Mavericks and Jokic and all that. It's a complete mess.
The
Or
whole
Doncic,
Texas,
whatever.
the entire
Doncic,
state of
Jokic,
Texas
what,
is just-
one of the other Serbians.
Yeah, what Texas is just a shit show right now. So back to New York City.
Yeah, this is
Or
good
probably-
because
Transition.
yeah. Go. I'll say one thing and then you can go ahead. The MTA hasn't been too well, and I would not give too much confidence in how the MTA can run anything. So that he's giving the carrot over to Amtrak is probably has to do maybe with what happened as of recent with Amtrak's change of leadership. So I'm pretty sure maybe that has something to do with it.
Probably did. Probably because
did.
they
Oh,
pissed off a
I am
lot of
about
people.
99% sure it has something to do with that.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead. Whoever was speaking before. I didn't have the Discord up. Was it Grand Trunk Line? I think it was you.
Speaking of that- Yeah. All right. Speaking of that, I got an article on the MBTA in the live chat that you might want to look at, Demetria, because they might bring back some memories of some problematic people you had to deal with down in Florida.
Oh boy. Okay, we'll get to that. Grand Trunk Line, were you saying something before?
Oh. Oh. Dang it, I lost
Huh?
it.
You lost your thought.
Ah.
Yeah. It happens, it will come back.
ah.
We'll give you 30 seconds.
We will circle. We'll circle. Hey, we will put it over the lines. Some lines changing.
Okay. Let me. I'll put this on because I'm gonna have to put it on an archive because it doesn't want me to. I've been selected $1 for 6 months of the Boston Globe. Thank you, but no thanks. Where's archive today? There we go. Just dunking on journalism day by day.
We like to troll.
Oh,
We
yeah.
like to go the night before one of their primaries. We do a little trolling. It's called we do a little trolling.
There we go. All right. Oh, it was last archive 7 hours ago. Some other rail fan got to it before me. Thank you. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and look at this article over here. It's a failure. A failure. A complete failure.
We love, man. We love complete failures, right?
Okay, so let me
Okay,
see.
that's
I have
good.
no clue what the hell is going on here. I'm just adding in some lines
little-
there. It's a failure. South Coast rail service disruption leaves riders stranded, skeptical of commuter line. This is just every day in America, isn't it? After decades of fits and starts, eager locals woke up before dawn last month to celebrate the arrival of commuter rail service from Fall River and New Bedford directly to Boston South Station, a 90-minute train ride. Again, guys, I'm not too familiar with Boston, so if anybody who has been to Boston or does live in Boston or has a little bit of knowledge of Boston, feel free to chime in over here. But since then, issues have cropped up. Delayed and canceled trains have left some passengers stranded at stations. Over the busy holiday weekend, a spate of trips were replaced with shuttle bus service. Oh, man. That's, there we are.
Do that a few more times.
Yeah.
That is a
the-
big L.
The train stopped working in the United States. It must be a normal Tuesday.
Yeah.
That's pretty much
Alright,
what it
great.
was. And just a normal
When I
Tuesday,
visited-
folks. We're so sorry. It's just another Tuesday. Here's your bus.
But don't worry. On Friday, they're only going to be an hour late.
Okay. Oh, man.
Great.
Okay, so amid the troubles plaguing the new line, MBTA said is extending fare-free weekend service. Okay, so what is the cause of this? Service disruptions, a project that cost more than $1 billion. $1 billion?
They can redo the whole system for that.
Where are we?
And still
You
have
can
money left
literally
over.
repair
Is that for fun?
Dude,
Yeah.
you can literally repair the entire New York City with that.
All
Or
right,
at least one line.
I'm opening this up because I need a drink. The Pulaski Pilsner from Chicago. So there we go. Since I was in Chicago 2 weekends ago, brought a little souvenir back. So there we go. We got a
How
little
was
Pilsner over
Chicago?
here. Oh, it was really
How was
nice.
Chicago?
I always enjoy going to Chicago. Of course, you just got to avoid the bad areas. But that was nice.
So,
It's always nice to
AKA
go.
avoid the South Side, right?
Yep, more or less.
Yeah, we all
Hang out
know
with all
how
the game
badly
days.
run Chicago is being
Oh, yeah.
run right now.
Yep.
Dimitri, I want to bring that. Do you want to know who are happy that's a failure or are happy that didn't have a problem? The big
Nibbies.
automakers in the area and the bus companies who like shuttling people around with their own buses.
Yeah.
And
okay.
Uber.
Oh, I
Look,
heard
buses.
Amtrak
It's
is
like a thing. It's like
probably
everything has a place. Cars have a place. Buses have a place. Trains have a place. The problem is that we don't even have enough buses here in the United States. I mean, look at this. Even people in Boston are telling people to take a 4 or 5 hour bus ride.
The problem is that
this is
that
silly.
bus ride winds through neighborhoods.
A 5-hour
and
bus.
on
It sounds like they're
ancient
serious.
roads. Ancient roads.
Like, and I'm gonna bring Dimitri. I'm gonna bring up here in Charleston. Most of the bus route, and I'm talking about the big bus routes, does not go through any neighborhoods. Like they literally, like some of the neighborhoods in some areas, you literally gotta walk almost 15 to 20 minutes from a neighborhood just to get to a bus stop.
No,
And most of the
they're doing
bus-
buses wrong. Buses should be
Literally,
commuters. They're not.
Toronto.
You cannot.
So
What buses are being run as now in the United States? They're basically using them in lieu of what
there's
the old
only
streetcars
like, a
used to
few
be.
examples. There's only a
Mhm.
few examples where bus is good. In a local college town north of where I live, go Cyclones. Someone rated them as the best bus system for a college town in America, because their bus routes literally go door to door.
There you go. That's how buses should work. It's a last minute mile connector service. That's how buses work.
When I was young, a bus route used to go right by our house.
Here, Jane, a lot of bus routes that we did have back in the day, like we lost a lot of bus routes.
Because
a lot of
buses got older, so you retire them, but then they didn't order new buses. They just combined routes together and said it'll do.
And here's something I want to bring that up. I want to bring that up. I will talk to a friend of mine who he'd been working for the big automaker for last 10 years. He had enough with them and he quit. And I don't want to bring his name up because I don't want him put in
We'll
danger.
respect that. We respect that.
I do not want to put his name in here because you know what happened to the whistleblower of Bowen. We all know. I
don't think that's that much at this point. Like the auto industry in America is having a reckoning. I'm not at all. I'm not at all worried about it. It's and that's just there's multiple whammies from different areas. I mean, you have a generational change where this generation doesn't want to be driving as much. You have an overpopulation problem in the United States, and I don't mean overpopulation in the way that the leftist
Or
you
the
know,
movies, right?
yeah, it's not overpopulated. The problem is that our cities, our infrastructure is way overtaxed for as many people we should have. I mean, we should be at max 250 million for the infrastructure that we have. We haven't built up our infrastructure past that.
Everywhere.
And if you really think about it, most of your taxes
Demetrius,
are
remember
going
one
to
time
the
when we were
paycheck.
driving down?
One at a time.
All right, everybody's talking all the
Remember
time.
one time when we were
Hey,
Remember
guys,
one time when we were driving down to FIU and
Stop! I'm gonna start
down
playing
to
chicken
90
jockey until everybody stops.
One at a time.
Alrighty. Okay.
And every
What-
300, not even 300 feet, there was another bus stop on the same route.
Let Darius talk, please.
All right,
Thank you.
Darius. One person at a time. Darius first. Go ahead.
All right. So remember that time we were driving down Northeast 19th Avenue and we saw two bus stops of the same route number, close to each other, not even a few hundred feet. It was like literally a block down. So that granny
Yep.
doesn't
just for
have
granny.
to walk with her walker?
I mean, that's how bus lines should work, but I mean, you don't have to
Yeah.
have massive, large buses. They should be smaller circulator buses. And for, let's say, getting from different cities, or let's say town center to town center, or section of a city or anything like that, that should be served by a
ridiculous.
train, not by a long bus going all the way from a county to county. But hold on, there's some questions over here on YouTube I want to address. Georgi Zukov asked, do you think Brightline long term is good? Heard it could be bad financials. No, I don't think it's going to be bad at all because right now, and we talked about this last week about Brightline. Mainly, the whole thing with Brightline is to prove that high-speed rail and the idea of it can work in the United States. And so far, it's done that. In fact, they're saying that it should be breaking even within the next couple of years. Sooner rather than later. I think they said next year it should be breaking even operation.
And that's just the train side.
Yeah.
That doesn't include their real estate side.
Yeah, it doesn't include the real estate, but I mean that's going to get there.
And it's not gonna be like how we imagine Japanese bullet train going across the country. It will never be like that. It will never work like that, sadly.
Well, it can. It's just going to take years,
guess
if not
it could,
decades,
but-
to get there.
Yeah, years and political will to get there. But we're getting there, and that's the biggest thing about Brightline. It's that it's proven that it works. It's proven that it has demand, and that it's expanding from there. Not just in Florida, but also in Las Vegas to Los Angeles, the Los Angeles area with Brightline West, and that there's more demand from it from politicians and from just normal everyday people. I mean, like in this article over here, you have a guy from Arkansas saying, this would be cool if you had it between Little Rock and Memphis. Or when I was attending that, not really attending, but watching the live stream for the congressional hearings on high-speed rail and rail transportation. Every single senator and congressman wanted to talk to Brightline, and they said, "Can we bring something like this over here from Chicago to St. Louis, or bring this in my district?" So,
Brightline,
they made their move and they're winning. I honestly think that they're winning.
I think
and
Brightline is going to become the new national high-speed rail system.
And Dentrick, can I speak real quick? What I was talking about earlier with my friend when I was telling y'all this, he told me this. The car company, they do pay the big bus transit company and the bus metro system to cut back on bus routes and stuff. They do pay them to make their systems crappy on purpose,
Mm-hmm.
They
That's
ride
because
them.
they want people in cars, and they want people to buy
Bingo.
cars.
Bingo. They want to
My-
make the transit system shitty. They want to make it bad. They want to make people take transit. They want to make us feel bad for taking it. They want to make us feel poor for taking it to get us to buy their car. And here, team, some of the biggest bus routes here in my home city of Charleston, they
So it
go
can fill up
past.
more traffic.
All right, guys,
Do
let's
it.
okay. Let's calm down on the
And
language
I-
over here. Let's
because
just
those
let's be
cars-
chill.
The cars,
them-
and the thing is that cars don't last long anymore. My parents told me this all the time. That cars used to last forever. New cars don't.
Well, you used to be able to personally maintain your own vehicle. Now they've added in a lot of systems where you have to take it to a dealership just to
Yeah.
get it taken care of. That's mainly from 2020
And then they're
onward.
going to try and say, "Oh, well, you can get a new car."
Well, you gotta look about what is the most important thing in the car that breaks down the most.
You mean besides the tires?
Well,
On
besides the
other
engine and
hand,
transmission,
Yeah.
everything else that breaks.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, Renell.
Hi there.
So here, what I have on the screen, we're talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
that. Probably the biggest example of this was the GM streetcar conspiracy with Firestone. Again, GM was fined. They were found guilty, and they were fined $5,000. So there you go. They were fined $5,000. So this happened for real. They said that this that this happened and that they were guilty. $5,000. If there's not a conspiracy, look. The other part of this inside this conspiracy is not just GM, it's the federal government, because they allowed it to happen and they knew that it was happening, and they said, "Yeah, you did something right. We'll give you a little slap on the hand and a wink in the eye, and yeah, we'll just let it happen." Which is terrible because it basically now shoehorned the country into something that wasn't. This is not free market capitalism at all. Well, this is laissez-faire
That verdict was,
because
that
it
verdict
is.
was 1951.
Because
That verdict was 1951.
yeah.
So that's only a measly $60,325 from last year.
Yeah, that was two Chevy Bel Airs in 1955. I mean, two new cars back then. They were fined two new cars. basically.
Or one very nice sports car.
Yeah, they got Find a Cadillac.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Find a Cadillac. But yeah, look at this. Between 1938 and 1950, National City Lines and its subsidiaries, American City Lines, Pacific City Lines, with investment from GM, Firestone, Standard Oil of California, Federal Engineering, Phillips Petroleum, Mack Trucks. Mack Trucks is in there. Gained control of additional transit system in about 25 cities. So they basically bought up all these streetcars. They took them off. They completely they basically kneecapped them.
Shut them down.
Yeah, exactly. Destroyed them, shut them down, and introduced these buses. We talked about this so many times within our channel, all the way back. But yeah, if you see Taken for a Ride, The End of Suburbia, and it's in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That was one of my favorite movies as a kid. That was just interesting how they were able to do that.
Movie, dude.
But
I love that movie.
yeah, I mean, look, this is something that happens in America, and the thing that I'm talking about is this is what's happening in Texas, because you have the same sort of players. You have this guy, this Ray Lee Hunt. You had Ben Lehman. These are all oil guys. You have now the Congress and everything else. This is the problem: is that you're fighting an uphill battle. You're fighting in a different weight class, and you're not going to win playing the same rules. You have to play by different rules or don't play their game. Those are the only two choices. Play your own game or don't play their game. Or you can play their game and lose. So you have three options. Yeah. And that's the thing, Renell. You can play the game as well as you can. If the game is rigged against you, I mean, it doesn't matter if you're Pele. If you have both hands tied behind your back and your legs are chained, you're not going to play a good game of soccer.
Oh yeah, that for sure. Look at that.
Nor football.
I got some good news.
Things in either way.
I got some good news about the Auto Train, which I just sent a link to the article right here in the live chat.
Alrighty, let's check that out. Let's go through that. Oh, there were some other articles that somebody brought up over here about the Wilmington and Western Railroad volunteers. You guys want to see that one, or what do you want to see?
I saw it. Oh, let's take a look at it.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and check about the. Here we are. From Railway Supply, Amtrak, Iro trains, speed, comfort, and sustainability for the future. So, you're using these now for the Auto Train now?
To be honest,
the Aero?
I didn't think they would.
Iro. How are we going to pronounce this? Aero or Iro?
Arrow.
Is it Aero?
Arrow.
They should have just spelled it ARROW.
Thank you. Where's my there we are. Thank you, Renell. You win for tonight. They should have just spelled it Arrow.
Oh no! Don't look closely. It all the signs are in metric.
Hey.
I was waiting for that. I knew somebody's going to say something about kilometers of the metric system, so that's we're waiting for that.
Well, it's right there in the article.
Well, listen, you got to the same train for all different systems across the world.
Approximately 200 kilometers an hour.
Which is 125.
I need to haul
per
10
hour.
kilometers of passengers to this station, or cubic yards of passengers to this station.
What are we talking?
Also, I do want to bring up an article that one of the guys also posted earlier, and I posted it in here. Grand Trunk Lines. I reposted your article in the live chat.
Yep.
You want to talk about that?
Oh, the short line.
Yeah.
Did we already talk about that last week?
I actually did.
This last week.
I think we did. I did. Put
Yeah,
it in
we
here.
touched upon it towards the end.
Yeah, we did. There was something funny. Ooh, what's happened to Brave? Okay. Oops, I'll snap. Something happened.
Hey,
Okay,
Demetrius,
I'm gonna need some
I
new
never
equipment at
saw.
some point soon, guys. All right, what's up? What's up?
I never saw that. You said there were clips where they were at the congressional hearings where you had Brightline and Amtrak on the same call, and I don't think I ever saw that.
It's somewhere back there. I got to look at that because I definitely have that I want to put in the Brightline West video. At some point, I will get to that. After the wedding, guys, I'm gonna start getting into this and really start putting down because now at work they're making me edit videos. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm getting back into the groove of things. So now I'm moving in step by step, and now I have an itch to go ahead and edit my own videos and do my own videos now. But let me see what's. Let me just check here real quick on the YouTube chat. I'm making an effort to go ahead and check the YouTube chat. Which
Demetrius,
now doesn't want to work.
You,
Go ahead.
streetcars actually rose because of the high cost of horses and carriages back then, which are the equivalent of cars. But the thing with streetcars that buses can do that streetcars can't is buses can go anywhere on any road.
That was the upside.
Oh yeah.
Streetcars had to follow the track.
Oh, anything on steel wheels had to follow tracks. Anything that's on tires had to follow roads.
That is why they switched from streetcar to bus, because a bus could go anywhere.
Yes.
Yep.
Well,
But there are
almost anywhere. You can't go down an alleyway, but
With a car, you can
Well,
go
except-
anywhere.
Except trolley buses. Except buses that run under wires.
All right.
Mhm.
Why don't we look at
Horse
this
and
article?
carriage,
That's
you could go anywhere.
somebody sent this
Have
in.
you ever heard of an interurban? Have you ever heard of an interurban? It's like a
Yeah,
I have.
It's like a streetcar for urban,
Yes.
for suburban and rural areas.
we used to have. Hey,
Trams, they just look nice going through a city.
All right, guys.
Yeah,
let's
they do.
let's bring
And
this into
especially in
one
Texas.
topic over here. Okay, so Wilmington and Western Railroad volunteers rally for accountability and reform. So this is funny. So I didn't know this, that I can't know every single railroad in the United States. I'm sure some of you guys do, but I mean I have enough as it is already. But the Wilmington and
At least
Western
all the
Railroad.
Class 1 ones.
This is an interesting, pretty little railroad. So this is, there you go. It's a historic railroad that they do excursions and everything, and they still run steam and some older diesel trains. So that's pretty nice if anybody's up there in Delaware to go ahead and check out. But they're having some issues because the volunteers are all upset because there seems to be a lack of accountability and reform within the railroad, which is interesting because I've never really seen this for like a heritage or museum railroad. I've never really seen so much of a. I will say this: there's a hell of a lot more people at this protest over here than the Tesla protest that I saw like 2 weeks back. The anti-Elon, anti-Doge protest. There's a hell of a lot more people there for sure.
Here's a better question: how many of those people were paid to be there?
Oh, at the Doge protests. I think
So
they weren't
I
paying them.
have-
That's because the
I
only people
have-
who were there were just the older folks.
I have an image that I saw. I found it on X, but from someone else who posted the image on X. Oh, where'd this image go?
Yeah, just put it in the
Or
chat. So real
I'm
quick on this
going-
article,
I'm
this
going-
group organized through Facebook is raising alarms over what they describe as a lack of transparency, diminished communication, and troubling leadership choices by the board of historic Red Clay Valley. Interesting. The tensions have been building since late 2024 when the railroad's master mechanic resigned. We believe the board's decision have increasingly diverged away from the best interest of membership. Well, that's interesting. Again, I've never heard of this happening for a heritage railroad or a museum, because they're basically a rolling museum. They got like 10 miles of railroad that they run there. But may I give them a suggestion? And this is only a suggestion in jest. Here you go for railroad accountability. Oh man, not now my Brave browser doesn't want to work either. I'm hitting this in top of. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
I can.
Because I think I'm killing my my computer over here. It's cooking. Let me close some tabs. Maybe that will help. No, wait. Okay, let me close these tabs. I'm gonna close all the Texas Railroad tabs. We've been over them already enough. Close.
Mhm. I
You guys
never saw that
want to
word.
donate to the American Rail Club? We can use a new laptop. We're
Yes.
hitting the edge here. Okay.
You're almost out of memory?
At some
Grim.
point.
Grim. Just-
Okay, I may just have to close Brave browser and just reopen it again. All right, let me just do that. Here, I'll just maximize this so you can all talk. All right. Hopefully YouTube is still streaming. It seems like it is.
It's working.
All right.
I
So
think it is.
now you guys can talk, say whatever you want while I refresh all of this here.
Oh, that's a sec. I'm going to YouTube right now.
Yeah, no, it's still working, so we're good. Okay, let me
But-
exit the page.
I'm having live streaming on my end too, so yeah. Yes,
Damn
I'm
it!
live, Demetrius.
Okay,
I've
we're
been-
good.
I've
We're still
been
good.
watching my YouTube
Hey.
channel.
Here, I'm gonna post the image I found. I found it. Woo! I thought I'd never find it.
Yeah, if you guys can post stuff here on Discord, we can do that. That works. Why is Sea Cleaner like
Look at
coming
this.
out?
Yeah, I'm still looking for stuff.
Oh,
This is
17 to 60
This is a disaster.
What?
All right,
Ooh,
let's see. While
Oh, it's only New York City.
okay,
that
there you are. There, if you want to protest the next time against Elon Musk, which I don't care. I don't have any fantastic opinions about Elon or whatever. I just find the whole entire thing funny.
It's
yeah,
been
close
very
all.
hilarious for the last
Kinda.
few
What
years.
is?
Let's see. Close all these tabs.
too, you know.
Let's see if it works
Yeah.
now.
You know when
And this is why we
Brightline
can't
West
take
will
our
officially
politics seriously.
begin work?
Yo,
Brightline
no.
West should be beginning work now. I think they already just started constructing.
Uh huh.
They should be finished. They
I'm gonna
said
tell you
by
right
late
now.
2028.
So the
Mhm.
thing about
So,
construction is
What are
when
they
they say
actually working on?
the
Here,
opening
let me see.
ceremony. So you know they had the groundbreaking ceremony.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
bet
cool.
you-
Heavy-
I'll bet
heavy
you
foot.
know what? I'll bet 50 to 100 bucks that they had already started construction on the project.
Probably.
Oh no, they
have.
already have. That's for sure. They already
Yeah,
have been
yeah.
doing that.
Very good.
Like
Okay.
before they did the groundbreaking ceremony.
I mean, they already had probably everything in place, so that wasn't too big of a deal.
I can say
Okay,
from experience, I worked
They
from construction
have
season. They did
done
this
field
groundbreaking
investigation
ceremony.
work
Hang
Yeah.
on, they did this groundbreaking ceremony for a project we were doing,
last I knew.
but the problem the
All right.
we had already started construction on the project, like
Here, let me go to the website.
before, and then they waited until it was sunny and warm outside to do it.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Groundbreaking and ribbon cutting ceremonies are just that. They're ceremonies. At that point, it's really just more of, they're getting the project, and of course, politicians love the ribbon cutting ceremonies. I think it was not just Bikes or somebody else that parroted that point that I came out with, because I was talking about that years ago, how the politicians just love the ribbon cutting ceremonies, and now it's entered the zeitgeist now for everybody to be talking about. So hey, our points matter. We're getting our ideas across, so that's something.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't
So-
stay on the
I
website.
mean, the good thing is construction started.
Yeah, I think Brightline
You know
West.
what?
Once
It's gonna
Brightline West
be-
happens, that's going to be the first high speed rail. That's going to be the real big start of where we're going to start.
And in California.
Yeah, especially
Okay.
that's going to be once you see that in California. I mean, at this point, I think the California high speed rail project, I'm giving it now a 60% chance it's not happening.
I'm giving it a 90.
And that's very again that's being very generous for California. I'm erring on the
What's
side
gonna
of caution.
happen is they're gonna
So you think
quietly.
they're going to turn it into California high speed like Autobahn or
No,
something?
what they're gonna do is it's gonna start out quietly. The contractors who are doing the job are gonna
Would they?
are gonna take all their equipment off site slowly, but slowly, but eventually the site will just have nothing.
Well, I say the other thing that they probably did it for was for Caltrans, because they used a lot, which is kind of cheating, because Caltrans should have had their own budget, but they used a lot of the track upgrades within the Sacramento and San Francisco area and all that money and upgrades for the Caltrans project, because apparently Caltrans and the California High Speed Rail would supposedly have been using the same trackage, which I don't think they will be running on the same exact tracks, because that's not how you're supposed to be running high speed rail. I mean, this has been established since the 1960s with Japan, but that was the reason why they called Shinkansen. Literally means in Japanese new trunk line. Shin means new, kansen it's new trunk line. So they made it standard gauge to not compete with any of the other narrow gauges or not have a narrow gauge train accidentally go on there, and that's what the whole point of it was for. You have to have separated grades and separated trains. But yeah, it's I don't get it. I don't think California is going to be, at this point, they don't really want to do the project. I seriously and honestly believe that California High Speed Rail Authority is not serious and they don't want to build the project.
I agree. They don't want to build it at all.
Yeah.
So
I think in the back of their mind,
if they
or
do,
private conversations
they
that
could
have in
turn it
meetings,
into a high-speed
think-
limousines.
I still think that was funny.
No, what I think they're going to
Yes.
do is sell the line to a freight railroad, and a freight railroad is going to build a freight line there, and then call it good. They're going to turn their big old. They might leave the viaducts there because they don't want to tear them down. The viaducts will become shells of what was supposed to be.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find that article though about Caltrans. I know I saw that this week.
Or they
Hear me
could
out.
make it into the
for
California
Wait, what is something?
Autobahn, where it's limousines that could go 200 miles an hour in San Francisco.
That's
Dallas.
You know what's
hilarious.
hilarious? You know what's going to happen? A lot of people are going to die.
Wait, how do we just start talking about high speed limos to now a lot of people are gonna die? Where did this conversation turn into?
Because people are stupid, and the moment someone makes a mistake at 200 mile an hour plus, you die.
I mean, people drive on the autobahn
Like,
without
your
too much
body-
effort, but I mean, okay. I mean, look, it's California, and people there are
Germany,
either driving like they're
problem
halfway
is-
drunk or they're high. So I mean, it's
The
or
problem with
they
Germany is that
don't even
they've
have
been doing that for
licenses.
years. They've been doing that
Oh,
since
that's-
the German Nazi era.
Sandra, and I
Uh-huh.
speak.
All right, go ahead.
So,
Go ahead.
I'm going to say
Not
this.
right, like-
I think they're not going to let them go abandoned. They might let Amtrak use them, you know? Because here it's saying, a lot of them class ones in California, they don't like Amtrak. So with this, they said, hey, here you go. You got your own route. Put your track downs right there, and you can use it. Now get
then
off
you
our
can
main
build your
line.
own station. Yeah,
here's the
they
question,
can build
but-
their own stations.
But first, they got to build the entire line first. That's not done.
I know,
They're
but
going to
I
build
have
the entire line. They're going to
in my
build like
judgment,
quarter
I
of it.
think
Okay. Well,
I
speaking
think
of, hold
they're-
on, wait. Speaking of California high speed rail, I just found this this article that came out about 12 hours ago. Funny
Wow.
enough, it's called California High Speed Rail Reaches Momentous Milestone, and this is the picture that they have. It's still the concrete section from 2019, which hasn't probably changed that much. But let's see, has solved an issue that could have prevented it from building vital parts of its infrastructure. The city of Millbrae and the California High Speed Rail Authority reached an agreement on Tuesday, resolving a legal dispute that could have blocked the project from building train stations in the area. Let me see the context. I like it when they
that's
put
great.
context. The clash between the city of Millbrae and the California High Speed Rail Authority occurred due to concerns that the project would take control over land away from city authorities and that stations for the project would not be properly integrated with the existing infrastructure. I mean, okay, cool, you did that, but why are we talking about this in April 23rd, 2025, when this project was set to go back in, I don't know, was it 2013 when this project started again? When they ground
Yeah,
broke it?
literally in Millbrae.
2015.
I just look at where Millbrae is.
It's
And
like,
you got
all right,
Millbrae.
Millbrae, that's definitely a place that I really heard about in California that people are flocking to go to.
No, people don't even know it's there. It's literally on San Francisco, near South between I think I'm gonna say this right, Santa Mateo and San Francisco.
This is not. Yeah, I don't think this is happening. I don't think that's happening. It's going to be up to Brightline to shoulder
right by
everything.
the airport too. The only reason people go there is because it's by the airport.
That's probably why. I mean, look, to all respect to Millbrae, and this has nothing to do with Millbrae. All fault lays, pun intended, fault California. Get it? Because anyway, all fault lays with them because this is something that should have been done a decade ago. This should have been done a decade ago, not in 2025. Why are we talking about this in 2020? This is a momentous milestone. Really? Who the hell said this was a momentous milestone?
They should have started in San Francisco.
Okay, a little bit better. It's the mayor of Millbrae. So in the context of Millbrae, I guess it is momentous. In terms of the California high-speed rail, this should have been done 10 years ago.
Just a stepping stone. It's nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I know we keep dunking on the California high-speed rail, and at this point we're kind of beating a dead horse because at this point it's a dead horse walking. But I mean, this is it's disappointing and it's upsetting and it's angering, especially knowing that there is a project getting built in California by a private company that has already built something in Florida. So Florida man has to go ahead and build in California. Go figure.
So no, can I get this point across?
Yeah, go ahead, Minor Tree, go.
So the mayor had a child the day that California High Speed Rail started construction in 2015. He would be celebrating that his child has just graduated 3rd grade by the time he says it's a momentous occasion that the high speed rail came to a city that they finally agreed to.
Oh man,
is that the point he wants to get across?
I guess it is momentous. It's silly because look at how much time this has taken. It doesn't have to take so long to build any sort of infrastructure here in this country, and we keep going back to that. It's purposeful that they have to take so long. And we've seen it before. I mean, look,
they had so many EIS studies.
Yeah, let me see if I can bring up that video again from the Netherlands of how they built that road there. And it only took them 24 hours. But yeah, this is just so silly that we make it further. We further complicate what should be simple, and it's on purpose, mainly because this country, currently in its state, is banking off of mediocrity.
Yeah, and if that a high-speed rail viaduct was a highway bridge, it would have been done in 6 months at most.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that's a bit different between a highway project and a rail project.
I can confirm with you it does not.
Texas Central should have already been done.
Yeah, it doesn't take that long, and it doesn't have to take that long. Let me see if I can find that again.
I can't
Getting close to it.
Don't take that long.
If it took more than 6 months, you're taking your sweet time to the extreme.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You don't take your sweet time with projects. You get them done so you can get the money.
But how are you gonna milk the money for years if you get it done in like 5?
Yeah, it has. You have to have different. You have to have phase 1 that gets done in 2 years, and then phase 2 that gets done in 3 years, and then you have to have your contractors who you were buddies with in high school because his dad knew his dad. So you're gonna have those no-show jobs, and then what should have taken, in any other country would have taken a month is going to go ahead and take 5 years. I mean, they're still working on the section of I-69 over here. This clear pathway project here in Indianapolis has been going on since I've been here. It's ridiculous.
Demetrius, you're wrong. It's not going to take 5 years. They have to do a study for at least 2 years before they start.
It's so silly.
Uh-huh.
That is literally true.
About
they do
it.
studies
Yes.
to see if they should make a study that the study is going to be worth it, to see if that study is going to be worth it, and on and on and on until someone's like, "Can we just build it already?"
Yeah, here we go. All right, so I finally found it. So here we go. This is the video I was talking about. Building a tunnel under a highway in less than 48 hours. Here you go. What takes the United States purposefully, because we have the technology, we have the equipment, we have the money, because obviously if Boston can spend $1 billion on a failure of a railroad expansion that doesn't even work, we can certainly throw $1 billion into anything and make it happen. But again, it's this is on purpose. So this is what they're doing in, supposedly socialist Europe. They can go ahead and build. There you go.
Yeah.
They're box jacking in a tunnel underneath a highway, and they're doing. Look at how many earth movers they have over there. There's at least half a dozen there at one time. There you go. They're doing it in 48 hours. Done. This would
not
take.
even that many earth movers.
Yeah.
They've got like probably
Brightline
5
did
of them,
the
and
box
that's it.
jacking.
One of them is a backup, and they
Just
all
take
did
a
it
look.
one night.
Yeah. 1, 2,
They could
3,
do that here,
4,
'cause
5, 6, 7, 8. 8 in
Now-
one picture here. Look at that. It's ridiculous. Yeah. We can do that
Now,
here in
I
this
won't-
country.
I
That's
will
how
say that it can be done, and I've heard it and seen it done before. They demolish bridges overnight. They build bridges overnight, one beam at a time.
Yeah. No, but
They
this
literally
is.
shut down the
Hey,
interstate in the middle of
just
the
like in
night.
a hybrid
just
strike.
to put
But
a
this
bridge
is
together.
this is what we're living in our country. So Renell, this is in your neck of the woods over here, in upstate New York. Slowly decaying passenger platforms that once serviced thousands of rail passengers at the long abandoned Buffalo Central Terminal. Look at this. This is unfortunately what we're living in this country. We're living off the bones off of a country that was once great. No, I don't think America is great. It's in a great spot right now. It's not. And look at the.
I think
It's a great country. It's just we have
so.
we
I'm
have
gonna be a little
population that
I'm gonna
slows but
try.
out.
Hey, I'm gonna throw a little positivity into that, into what you just said. We're great in certain things like defense and military, but when it comes to infrastructure, we do pretty shit jobs at it.
Yeah, it's on purpose. It's obviously on purpose. I mean, look at the. Somebody
these
says it looks
things
like Fallout. Yeah, look at it. It looks like something out of Fallout 3. It's terrible. This is our country. Wait, yeah, and that's the thing. You bring up a great point, dump trucker. We can spend billions and billions of dollars on military excursions that don't really get us anywhere. I mean, what the hell did we do for 20 years in Afghanistan? But yet, this is our country right now. Is this the picture, or is this the picture? I mean, you can't tell which one is real or not at this point. Obviously, this one's from the video game that takes place in a post-apocalyptic hellscape, and this is real life that takes place in a post-apocalyptic hellscape. Or 2025 America.
What's the difference?
Demetrius, don't compare our infrastructure to Fallout, because at least in Fallout, nobody's complaining when I'm looting everything.
I have
what?
something to say.
You know what? Oh, go ahead.
Speaking of that, I just snuck in a Brightline meme.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what that.
So
it's great.
if-
We have a. Oh yeah. Sorry.
So if
So the Brightline meme, it's funny.
All right, hold on, because we have a troll here in the chat. Not really a troll, just someone who's not understanding the whole entire context. Saying the Brightline West project, considering all its prior yes, I get it. Express West, and you didn't even mention that. Yeah, here's the thing: Express West got nowhere. Brightline West, when it was Virgin Trains USA, which didn't last long, thank goodness, because Richard
bought it.
Branson is
It's
just a
more-
poison
it's a-
pill. Yeah, they bought
it's
Express
been
West
now.
and then made it happen. And that was back in 2018. So yeah, it's been
Yeah, it's been a
and
while.
half the
Been a long
time, and they're already making
I
it. So
remember.
no, you're
well,
wrong. Sorry.
The fact that I have to say
Exactly. Thank you, David Jackson. There you go.
You know what? The fact
so-
I have to say I remember Virgin Rail kind of
Look at this
Virginia
dude.
Rail kind of feels shameful. It's
Also,
like it
I'm
should have just
calling out
been done.
Banks Rail.
And then
I'm
Brightline
calling
could have
out
taken
Banks
over.
Rail. Guys, I'm calling out Banks Rail. He is a liberal idiot.
I don't even know who he
For
is.
that,
He's a YouTuber.
I'm joking with you. Yeah, I do know, but I can barely even watch his stuff. Like I've seen maybe one of his videos, and then I can't stand this guy, and I just stopped after 10 seconds. I'm like, no, next.
like he a dumb liberal. Like if y'all liberal quit attacking private passenger rail and look at your own shit, and look at yourself in the old mirror with your dumb blue hair, you start realizing how dumb
We don't need
you
to be
are.
rude like
Look at
that.
this
We
dude.
shouldn't be rude like
He-
that, man.
he thinks
Hey, man,
Brightline will
I'm gonna give
fail.
you something else.
All right.
Think about.
I'm not gonna get too much into the crap flinging with other YouTube creators at this point because look, there's enough crap to throw at me. I don't care. Throw it at me. I can swing back 10 times harder than you can swing at me. But regardless, I mean, this is just it's just silly.
Ignore them until they attack you.
I don't even care. Even if they attack me, it's like, who are you? Like, I don't even know who you are. I'm gonna just bring out that Thanos quote. It's like, who are you? I don't know. Who are you?
And if they're like, well, I'm a creator, but I'm attacking you because I think your idea is stupid. You should go after them and roast their ass.
Yeah. We'll do a creator clash with them, and then they'll stop. Anyway,
And when they'll shut up and be humble so quickly, they'll just leave.
Yeah. All right. Any other articles you want to go over here? Because this is oh, by the way, this was what the point that I wanted to bring across before Brave Browser decided to take a giant dump on my PC over here. Wilmington and Western Railroad volunteers rally for accountability and reform. Here's a funny suggestion. Li Zhijun, China. This is from 11 years ago. China's ex-railway minister sentenced to death for corruption. We're not a real country, guys. Just it's just it's just funny. I still find this hilarious, and I'll keep bringing this up. I mean, I think they did absolve him of the death sentence, but he's spending forever in prison. I mean, the guy's probably in his 60s or 70s. So, I mean, look, Chinese prison is already a death sentence as it is. But yeah, I mean, in terms of accountability, I mean, we got to be doing a little bit more for accountability. I mean, this is the other end of it, but let's maybe start taking some notes. I don't know. Maybe there's something. But anyway, let's see. Any other articles you guys want to talk about? It's 8:56. I'm gonna end this at 9:10. We're gonna bring the train in at 9:10.
Yes. The several number LAX.
Okay, one at a time. Renell. Renell hasn't had a big chance to speak the last couple weeks. Go ahead, man.
If they were to actually abandon the project, if that means that
which project are we talking about?
Media, California. If they abandon it, does that mean that the NIMBYs actually won against the authority?
I wouldn't say the NIMBYs won against the authority. It's more of it's a false victory because they didn't beat them. The authority just basically shot themselves in the foot multiple times to not do anything.
Are going to agree with the NIMBYs on that.
They won a fight. They weren't even fighting. I mean, at that point, do you really give the NIMBYs credit for taking down California High-Speed Rail? California High-Speed Rail's misgivings is all on California High-Speed Rail. Everything that's happening to them is completely 100% their fault. And I don't mean just California High-Speed Rail. I mean California politics in general. And it's just a microcosm of politics. It just reflects politics in the entire country. Because, look, like we talked about before about what's going on over in Boston. $1 billion spent for a railroad that doesn't even work. That leaves people stranded. They have to take a 4 or 5 hour bus. You spent $1 billion on new stations and tracks, and it went nowhere. You did this on purpose. You made a failure on purpose. It's a failure. Yes, Boston or South Coast, whoever built this, because again, I don't know the entire full context, but what I'm getting here from what little that I know about it is that they made a failure on purpose, and this is infuriating. It's absolutely infuriating. All this money, all this technology, and everything that we have, and it's being thrown away.
It sounds like someone needs a pickaxe in prison to break rocks for the next 25 years. Hey,
there's always it's like that from the Haunted Mansion. There's always my way. But anyway.
There's always a back door you want to get out.
Alrighty. Let's see.
In Florida, they're making it work.
It's about 9 o'clock your time, so.
Yeah. All right. Who else hasn't? Who wants to share something who wants to share something that they haven't shared yet?
Yes,
Adam everywhere. I haven't heard you in a bit. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's stuff going on at LAX with the people moving to trying to finish, but they haven't finished it just yet. There's still a couple more steps away from opening, but there's still some gaps that need to be filled yet.
Okay, I got lucky that I didn't use the LA Metro connector. I've heard a lot of bad things about it, that it's been falling apart. And apparently it is. No one loves LAX. There's a reason it's consistently named one of the worst airports in the world after all. Sure, it might look cool.
You know
It does.
what?
I will say it does look cool, but oh man, just getting around that airport is an absolute
Hey,
nightmare.
You know what?
It-
That's
a nightmare.
California
Yeah.
for you, my friend.
Look,
I've been there,
I
I
thought-
know what it
If
looks
you
like.
want to,
I
if
thought
you want a way to tell people what it's like to be in California, LAX tells you a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's look. I've been to really bad airports. Miami International being probably one of the most chaotic and silly of them. Atlanta, okay. Chicago, it's not as bad as people think it is. Honestly, I mean, it looks the same as when Kevin McAllister was running through it in Home Alone. It looks exactly the
You
same. They
mean-
haven't changed anything with
You
that
mean
airport.
Midway?
Yeah.
Or-
No,
or
no, not
Midway?
Midway.
Why?
O'Hare.
Yeah.
But the
My local
LAX.
airport is good upgrade.
LAX is probably the most just terrible American airport. Not in terms of looks, because it does look, the Delta terminal was fine and all that sort of stuff. It was fine. But just getting through the traffic, to get the connector bus from the rental car to the terminal, it took a whole hour because of the traffic, and there's no need for it. So this LAX connector, what's going on with it? Running in a 2.25 mile loop along the line of 6 stations, the APM will connect LAX's 9 terminals to the LAX Consolidated Rent-A-Car Facility. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. That'd be nice. So I don't have to go ahead and take
one place.
the bus. I mean, look, the bus works, but it's just so much traffic that you can't do anything. You're stuck. I might as well could have just walked from the National Rental Car Center to the terminal. It would have gotten there faster.
But
Why is this
Yeah,
project?
it-
Oh,
it-
here we go. Here's the crux of the story. Why has this project taken so long? If you've been to LAX at any point the past 5 years or so, it seemed like the APM's arrival was imminent. The construction has made the traffic even more of a nightmare than normal. But with large poured concrete tracks and pillars rising overhead, it seemed like a means to an end. And yet there were delays. As it always is
Yeah.
in American. Look, this is something that could have been built like already. Yeah, done. That's it.
yeah,
It's
It's been a few years.
Well, the problem
Jimmy-
is that that is a very big airport, so you have to find a way to move people around, find alternate paths, have a way for people to get places. Because people, when they land at LAX, they have no clue where they're going. They're just following signs. So when they have to close a portion of the airport, you have to build new signs and find someone to tell people where they're going.
yeah, if there
Man,
are, because that
If I
whole
would've
area where
landed-
LAX.
I haven't been to LAX. But if I guarantee you I were to land there, I have no shitting clue where I would be going.
I don't recommend it, but there's really no other better way into. I mean, there's really no other way into the Greater Los Angeles. I mean, you could take Ontario, but I mean, then you'll be all the way over in San Bernardino County. But hey, it's what it is,
So these people have no choice but to go there.
more or less. I
Man,
mean, and there's no what you're gonna take a flight over to Ontario Airport. Yeah, good luck trying to find a flight that gets there. That's not $1,000 because our airline industry is a complete mess.
They're
Mhm.
and I'm gonna jump the topic to my local airports. Also, finally getting a new terminal.
I see. David Jackson's in the comments over here, hoping the May 1st California High Speed Rail Board meeting has drama. I gotta start watching those again because there was always something
You know
silly.
what? If I
Um,
could hop in and say something to them, I would hop in and say, "Get your project done." Like
They
here
should
in my
be
local state of Iowa,
starting to lay
we are
lay
building
track
interstate
this
a whole
summer.
lot faster than you are.
I still stand with my original proposal for the California High Speed Rail. Just basically fire everybody over the age of 45 on the board. Just put in a whole bunch of like Zoomers and millennials, and
Gen
give them
Zs.
give them 5 years to get it done, and they'll get it done.
Oh, I
Do you-
guarantee you it'll be done faster than what's getting done now.
Yeah. I think, and
Do you
again,
want me to
this
set
has this has nothing to do with just baby boomers. Okay, if I hear it one more time, I have a sound clip for that.
Okay, boomer.
Okay, but here's the thing. Okay, unfortunately, the culture that we have in America, where things are built so slow or phased out into ridiculous amounts of time, has come from that generation, and it's something that we need to break down. Is it all of them? No, and I don't have to make this a disclaimer over and over again. I mean, we have our problems too with our generation. I mean, it's just like we have to start fixing this, or else the next generations after this. We're in generation beta now. Is a beta generation.
Well, I can do my part.
I just saw a picture of Madam everywhere in the comment section. I don't think it's gonna get fixed. At this point, you'd have to level the whole thing.
But not to destroy the tunnel.
Depend. What's the whole thing?
The gates.
Fix the whole thing. Demolish the whole thing. Rebuild it from the ground up. That's all you can do.
I won't even have to. We don't even have to go from that. We don't have to demolish anything. It's demolishing itself. It's imploding on itself. We just need to build up and just keep building on new ideas. That's it. We've already. This is a battle that we've already won in the future. It's just a matter of now actually doing it.
Waiting it out.
Oh,
hey,
David,
Alan Fisher's video about California high-speed rail, he said just build the damn thing.
I agree with him 100%. No, Alan Fisher's 100% right. He's just build the damn thing.
Hey, David would like to speak too.
Go ahead, David.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna say this. Like, it's about time. Plus, I also got an article from the Up in Grafton about them building a new industrial park for their short line railroad, because it's a short line railroad up in Massachusetts.
Okay, this will be the last one.
Also, I got the Brightline meme. You want to show that right now?
All right, yeah, let's see the Brightline meme. We need some funnies here.
You have to.
And he said,
it's got sound.
I don't know why the sound isn't playing on my end here, but here, hold on a second. What? Oh, I know why the sound isn't playing. No, I get that. I get that. It's just let me see if I could put it over here. Here we go. I want to play. Okay, I'm just gonna play it on here. There we go. Yeah. Open.
And
But-
Demetrius, with highway projects, it's not as hard. Everybody is just so accustomed to highways and that everybody knows what they're used for.
That's the thing about
Because
interstate highways.
we just don't understand trains.
I don't think that's the problem. Is that it's not that we don't understand trains, is that the powers that be don't want to build them.
Yes,
they can perfectly understand them if they really want to. They just don't.
They take up land.
They're used to business as usual.
That's what they don't like.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna do this the old school way. Here we go. Let's play this for everybody over here.
Highways, it's not an issue.
Sounds about.
There we go.
Let me bring it up.
You know what? Hey.
Because here, James, the short lines are actually growing. Like, we're going to be seeing a lot more short lines pop up, but we're going to see a lot of Class 1 railroad trying to buy them up.
No, I mean,
So,
look, we're seeing here's some leading indicators for that. I mean, we're seeing revenue for basically the largest railroad manufacturer in the United States, Wabtec. I mean, I think they make like what 80% of the share for railroad equipment. Yeah, or GE Rail basically. So all the old GEs are under them. Yeah, revenue grows, profit increases while order backload grows. So there you go. That's your leading indicator. That railroads are becoming more of a thing. It's happening, both in freight and in passenger rail.
Well, we only have one railcar manufacturer.
One at a time, guys. If you don't speak one at a time, I'm gonna start playing chicken jockey ad nauseum.
I don't want to play
It's
chicken jockey.
actually two, Siemens and Alstom.
All right, can I talk? I got some super good news.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Dave.
And I would talk to one of my friends who work for Amtrak about the Avail Liberty. They're about a week to a week and a half out, starting full service on Amtrak's new specs.
Bruh.
Meaning
You know what? Bruh, about time.
Yeah.
Like,
About damn time.
it should be
Early
the end of
May,
this
probably.
week, beginning of next week, or the beginning of March 1st.
There we go.
About damn time.
May,
They
you
finally got
mean.
that damn thing in service.
Yes.
All right, guys.
So, Paul,
We're at the yeah. That's good. We'll see when the available Liberty comes out. At this point, I'll see it when I believe it. But I mean, good stuff all around. The industry is growing. It's happening. Passenger rail is in demand. Freight rail is growing. Short lines. Hey, look, it's good news all around. I mean, there's silly things like in Texas, but unfortunately for our friends in Texas, aka Minor Tree, you're gonna have to be using your legs more because I don't think you're gonna get high-speed rail anytime soon. I'm sorry, man, but it's
There's still a possibility it'll come. It's just going to be delayed again.
yeah.
I'm afraid I wait.
It'll happen. It'll happen, but it's not happening this decade, unfortunately. But look, you never know if Brightline comes in there.
Well,
Take your baseball bat to Amtrak and tell them to get those new trains going. Oh wait,
Oh,
hang on.
they're
Oh, that was the other thing I was gonna say. I heard Amtrak was gonna do like a draft day special to Green Bay, but with an
It's
equipment
never came to
shortage, I don't
fruition.
think it's gonna. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen.
Ah, that's too bad. That would have been something cool to go to see the
Something happened,
NFL
right?
draft on
Like a little
Amtrak. I mean, see, look, they have the right ideas. Just a matter of now just putting it into practice. But alrighty, guys, we're gonna call it a night over here. So this was good. This was a nice chill stream. We had some good stuff here. So,
what,
grab your luggage.
what do you
get
think
off
short
the
line
train.
railroads will start
saying-
running passenger trains?
No.
yeah, that'll
I mean,
definitely be happening. I mean, look,
they're
it's
probably about,
basically
like, you could do one or
FBC,
the
which was
other.
a class 2, did that. So there we go. All right, guys. It's we're calling it a night here. Thank you all for riding on board this episode of the American Rail Club
Rail
Lounge,
Club.
and we will see you all next time. Take care.
Next time.
Godspeed.
Take care, everyone.
Bye, y'all.
Take care, buddy.
Bye.
Take care.
Yeah. Thank you for coming on.
Bye bye.
Good night.
God bless.
Good night.